Today is Thursday, September the 12th, 2013, and this is the start of an interview with Mr. Americo
Americo DeCiantis.
Thank you. At the Clinton-Macomb Public Library in Clinton Township, Michigan, in partnership with the RSVP of Macomb. Mr.
Americo
Mr.
DeCiantis.
DeCiantis is 91.
91.
He was born July the 29th, 1922.
Right.
My name is Dave Brousseau, and I'll be the interviewer. Dennis Calhoun will be the videographer. Mr. DeCiantis, would you state for the record the branch of service you served?
When I was in the 33rd Infantry Division, 123 Division Regiment. 123 Regiment. Company H.
You're gonna have to bear with me for a minute.
Go ahead.
The first name is
Americo.
Americo.
DeCiantis.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You were drafted.
Yes.
Were you always an American citizen?
Yeah, well, I was born in America,
Okay, you were born here.
Yeah.
It's your folks that were
in Italy.
where?
Well, one was called the town of Atina. That was about 60 miles south of Rome.
Oh my goodness, we just did a guy that was
Yeah.
50 miles.
Yeah,
Was it south of Rome? You remember?
south of Rome. And my father was
We just did it earlier in the week. Huh. You probably even know each other.
maybe.
What did I say the
Small
name of that
world.
was?
Tina.
His is a Tina, I don't remember the.
Tina?
The what?
Ours is a Tina, my father's family.
Where your mom is, where your
A
mom
Tina,
lives at.
A-T-I-N-A.
My mother?
Yeah, in Adina.
Adina. The
Adina.
little town Adina.
A little
They call it
farming,
Atina.
a little farming community?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a farmer, yeah.
We just did one.
Is that-
And when he went into the service, he got drafted,
Yeah.
they sent him back there to fight
Oh, is that
in his
right?
hometown.
Get something.
Did you finish high school?
Yeah, graduating Persian High School,
Pershing.
1940.
Oh goodness, you were out for a while before they came to get you. Were you aware of what was going on in the world
Oh,
when
yeah.
you graduated?
Yeah, I remember all that stuff, yeah. I remember the things that.
How did you feel about that? I mean,
Now, I'll tell
obviously,
you, when I heard about the Pearl Harbor was bombed, it really put a number on me.
that would be what, the 9th, 10th grade?
Say what?
You were in the 9th or 10th grade?
When I graduated, I'm talking about. 1940,
Is when you graduated?
yeah. And in 1941,
Okay,
okay.
so did you get a job?
Oh, I was working at Ford Motor Company.
How did you get that?
I went and applied for it. I went to.
I think jobs were sort of
Oh,
plentiful
yeah,
then.
you can go get a job any place at that time.
And
if
you
you
probably
quit- if
didn't
you
need
quit-
experience.
Today you have to have a poll.
If you quit Ford Motor Company, you can go get a job tomorrow. Anything you can do, you can get a job any place at that time.
What were you doing?
I was, shit.
You were shit. My, you want to tell us what that means?
Everybody was that back then.
When I first started at Ford Motor Company, I was working on a motor line. Then I got transferred and they put me chasing parts, you know.
Chase advice?
Parts,
Chasing,
you know.
he was chasing inventory.
Yeah, anyway, that's what happened. Then I quit in 1952. And I went and worked with
Now, wait a minute, we were in 1940, and all of a sudden, we're now in 1952.
Yeah, okay,
Hold on, we'll get
okay,
there. Can you tell me what you felt like coming out of high school, knowing that you're gonna get drafted?
No. When I come out of high school, it didn't happen nothing until not 41. Now, I was working at Ford Motor Company when that happened, and we were turning things over for the war, like tanks they were putting out. And then I got drafted, 1942. I got drafted. And then, but before that, in 1941, we heard the Pearl Harbor was bombed. It did a number on us, you know. And we got drafted, but we wanted to go anyway. But my parents stopped me from volunteering. So,
Why?
well, I don't know why. Maybe because they're afraid I was going to die or
I
something.
mean, you were old enough to go, weren't you?
No, I was only 18 then.
Okay.
Yeah,
The mother don't want to see her son go into the service.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
I know.
The mom seems to go through the worst,
That's right.
That's right.
and the dad is either comforted by the fact that he was in the war somewhere,
Yeah,
and he knows, or he's kind of uninvolved, but it's the moms that carry the brunt.
yeah, I know.
And the
'cause I went
influence.
through when two of them were in Vietnam.
Hmm. Were you scared?
No, I was gung-ho.
Okay.
Yeah, I was stupid, but I was gung-ho. I just wanted to kill them, that's all I wanted to do.
It was the time, because as we move on, they weren't nearly as gung-ho in Korea, and much less so in
Yeah, yeah.
selectively. I mean, there were always some heroes, but
His brother went to Korea. He said it was nothing.
Brother,
Richie.
he was in Germany.
But he went to in the Korean.
No, he wasn't in the war, he was just as later, after
Well,
the
that's
war
what I
was
mean.
over. They sent him to Germany for, I don't know what it was for, but he went to Germany, then he went to Dahlia to see his grandparents, and that's it, about my brother.
all right, you get drafted, where do you go to boot? Do you remember boot camp?
I went to Battle Creek.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the first
First
time
I
I've
went
heard
to
that.
Fort Wayne,
yeah,
okay,
that was where you enlisted.
yes, and then from there they sent me to Battle Creek. From there they sent me to Fort Lewis, Washington.
What was in Battle Creek?
It's a, when you get it all together, the soldiers got together, and then they put us in the different areas, and then they put us in the railroad cars and took us
Shipped you out
to Fort Lewis, Washington.
like a bunch of cattle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but it was good though.
yeah.
Yeah, anyway, we got to Fort Lewis, Washington, the coldest time in the year. I could never forget
Washington State?
Washington State.
Okay,
Yeah, Seattle.
oh my.
Yeah. And then from there we
I
went
thought
to,
all it did there is rain.
pardon?
I thought all it did in there is rain,
That's all it did. Oh,
but cold.
it's cold. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to tell you everything that happened about it, but anyway, from there,
Why not?
why? I can't tell you that.
Why not?
It was cold.
How'd you stay warm?
we were, no, I can't say it. Anyway, listen,
We want to hear it.
from there,
You're free to say whatever you choose.
no, I don't want to say it.
Okay.
Okay. From there, we went to Camp Mojave Desert, training for the African campaign.
So they already had you set up where you
Oh,
were
yeah.
going.
But anyway, we got our training and all that, and then the African campaign was over with.
What kind of training?
Uh,
Jungle? Desert?
And we did go through under barbed wire, and they were using live ammunition,
My person.
and we did a lot of bivouacking, you know. And then from there, they sent us to Hawaiian Islands for jungle training.
Ah, now they have a different story for you.
Yeah. It was nice over there.
What was this training like? Were you familiar with all this activity, this exercise?
Was I? Well, yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds stupid, I know,
No, it just,
but I really enjoy it because I want to get to them guys, you know. And I did.
wow.
Anyway, then from the
So now
Hawaiian
you're in
Islands,
Hawaii.
then from the Hawaiian Islands,
What'd you do
went.
there?
Pardon?
What'd you do in Hawaii?
Well, in jungles, where I have jungle training, you know, camouflage and all that stuff.
Where in Hawaii?
Kauai, island of Kauai.
Is that one of the smaller ones?
That's one. Yeah, there's a couple, 3, 4, 5 of them there.
Yeah.
The Maui, Kauai.
Oahu.
Yeah, okay. But then from there we went to New Guinea.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh,
You're in Hawaii,
yeah.
so Pearl already happened.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
So what was that like, to be so close to
I
Pearl?
never seen it. I never got a chance to go to Honolulu. I was in the island of Kauai. I never got a chance to go any place but jungle training, to teach us about the jungles. Then from there we went to New Guinea.
So that's what got you into the Philippines,
Right,
preparing you for that.
right. So then we invaded the island of Luzon in the Philippines. And then from there, I went to Japan.
Let's go back to Luzon. What did you do in Luzon?
Well, we invaded because the Japs were there. We fought the Japs. We were cleaning up. We were in the caves for them.
That must have been tough to
It
fight
was tough.
somebody who wants to die, who thinks that's great. And you're gonna go to heaven if you fight to the death. I don't wanna fight somebody like that.
No,
They never did nothing to you. You know?
I mean, I want them to be just like me, scared,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
wanna die.
Listen.
Japs, they wanna die.
Yeah.
I never wanted to die.
No,
No.
but what's that
because
like, fighting someone who does?
I almost got that happen to me. My buddy and I were sitting, they were above in the mountains and we were below. And we were sitting, I had a little stove, I was fixing, I think it was a hot meal, coffee, tea, I forget. And then this thing went down, but you didn't hear, the bullets came right past between me and my buddy, but you don't hear it until later, you understand? But you could see the bullet hit the ground. I said, then I got up and I said,
Doesn't make you scared, eh?
yeah, well, because then I got up and I, come on, fight like a man, you know. Then he shot again. I took a dive. I said, piss on this noise.
He even swore at the Lord,
Oh,
and he apologized, and you told it to a priest, wasn't it?
What?
When you swore to God.
Oh,
you
that was
didn't do
in New Guinea.
You didn't know that. You didn't.
Just a minute. We happened, this was really stupid, I did.
Wow.
We went to, I went to another pillbox and it got a little late. And
What's the pillbox?
pillbox, it's, we stay in the pillbox with our machine guns.
It's an enclosed
Yeah, enclosed
with
area,
machine guns.
yeah. Anyway, I stayed a little bit too late, it got dark. So what happens when it's dark? It's no man's land. So I had to go back to my own. And I said, don't shoot, guys, this is Dago.
This is who?
Dago. They used to call me Dago.
You say bad words all the time. Did you say that over there too?
So anyway, I went to my place and I got to thinking.
Is that
And
another
I
bad
cussed,
word?
I cussed.
Is that another bad word?
Oh, God, no. So anyway, I went to the chaplain the next day. I told him, I said, I cussed the Lord out. He said, don't worry, he probably cussed you right back. So I felt good. And then all of a sudden, that's
So
it.
how long did this go on?
In New Guinea,
Yeah? Well, wait a minute, we're in Luzon. How did we get out of Luzon?
after we cleared the Japs, in other words, we got rid of most of them, there was no prisoners. Understand? No prisoners.
You got rid of the ones you could find.
Yeah, they
Because there
were,
were a lot of them still hiding.
oh yeah, they were in the cave. And we'd go after them, but we would never go into it, the cave, you know, we would throw,
Fire,
we would throw that
flamethrower.
flamethrower or hand grenades, you know. But then they would come up, you know, and put their hands up in the air. But there would be no prisoners. Well, there would be no prisoners,
Yeah.
you know, for what they did to the Americans, you know. They did a hell of a job to them.
What did you feel about that?
Felt. Say what?
Making sure there were no prisoners.
No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that part you're talking about. I said there were no
Okay.
prisoners.
Okay. I understand.
Okay,
I understand.
okay,
No prisoners.
yeah. But anyway, from there, I went to Japan, an army of occupation.
Actually, this no prisoner thing, they were very happy,
Who was?
the Japanese. They were very happy not to be prisoners. It
Well,
was better for them
I-
to die than it was for them to give up. So you did them a favor.
No. Yeah.
He's trying to,
When the Americans gave up, understand, the Americans gave up. That was on the island of, the Philippine island, I forget the name of the first one, where they walked 1,000 miles, you know.
the
Yeah,
baton.
Bataan.
Bataan, yeah. They called us, when we surrendered, the American soldiers, they had no respect for us because we surrendered. We were supposed to die. Understand?
Oh, it's okay.
We were supposed to die in order to,
Yeah.
okay, but we didn't, we surrendered. But they should have died because, man, what treatment they got.
You weren't in that
No.
Bataan March.
No. That was way before I got there,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm in Japan, I'm Army occupation.
Why did they send you to Japan?
Well, we were on our way to invade it,
Ah, okay, I know where you're at now.
okay now? And the good thing Truman did what he did. Otherwise, I don't think, I don't know whether we'd be here or not.
Well, there would be a lot of us who would not be.
That's right,
And there would be a lot more of them who would not be.
that's right,
A lot more.
lot more,
Nobody seems to understand that.
yeah,
Well, a lot don't.
a lot more.
Yeah,
I don't know how many ships was on the way. There was some, we were
I don't know
ready
if
for
you
it.
remember this, but there was a ship called the Independence.
Independence.
Indianapolis.
We interviewed him
Being in
Really?
a while back.
Is that
One of the
the,
guys that was on it and got thrown off and spent 5 days in the ocean waiting.
yeah, waiting,
And nobody even knew
that's
the
right.
ship was
I read
sunk.
that, I read about that. ship.
Indianapolis.
They delivered the bomb to Tinian Island
Yeah,
secretly.
yeah,
And they were just returning.
yeah,
This was a couple of weeks
right. They got
before what they thought was going to be
over.
the invasion.
Yeah.
And this
They were,
bomb was
The atomic bomb.
eliminate
yeah,
the invasion,
That's
where
right.
all these people we were just talking about were going to die.
yeah, but that ship you talk about, they were torpedoed,
Yep,
yeah.
yes they were.
And then they had, I don't know how many soldiers was in the water and they were eaten by sharks.
Yep,
Yeah.
And
there were
nobody,
probably
they didn't-
1,300 assigned to the ship, and there were less than 200 that made it. And by the time they found them, they were 25 miles apart
yeah,
from where they went down.
right.
Wow, that,
That was something else, man. Can you imagine being torpedoed and didn't know it? Nobody knew it.
it was one of the biggest screw-ups that,
Oh, there was a lot of screw ups, man.
yeah, I'm sure,
A lot
I'm
of
sure.
screw-ups.
Well, that's interesting.
And anyway,
So I know where you're at now, because I
Okay.
remember this chap that we had
yeah,
sat right there and was telling us, I don't know how he could say it with a straight face. It
Yeah.
was- What an experience.
it is. When I first thought about it, I want to be a Navy boy, you know. But then I got to thinking after all this thing happened, man, I'm sure glad I never did go, you know, because I couldn't swim 4,000 miles.
Most Navy can't swim.
That's right.
Your
Yeah,
Navy.
You
yeah,
were in the Navy?
yeah.
Yeah.
So now, it's after the war. Because you're being
Yeah,
shipped to Japan.
okay, first, I was there 4 months in Japan.
What did you do when you were there?
I was on the corners, stopping all Japanese cars and questioned them if the guy was checking them out, you know, things like that.
MP?
And then, yeah, that's all that was. To see if they had any rifles or ammunition.
Why would they be scared of you? You're just a little guy.
Well, at that time I was pretty big because I had
He had that gun.
Pretty
I had a rifle in my hand.
Plus, you were carrying heat.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so
That
now.
makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah. That's- Anyway, now we got on the ship and went back home. I got to San Francisco. Then they shipped me to where I got discharged. December the 28th, 1945.
Let's go back to the Philippines for a minute.
Go over.
Back to the Philippines.
Okay, the Philippines.
The first place you went in the Philippines was
Luzon.
Luzon. How big an island was that?
That was a nice, good-sized island. That was a good size.
And it was occupied.
Oh, yeah, by the Japanese.
Yeah.
And,
You would be what we call the mop-up.
you could say that.
Not the
Clean up.
initial cleanup,
Clean up,
mop-up,
yeah.
not the initial thrust
Right,
that went in there,
yeah.
right?
From Manila?
Yeah.
Manila to, oh, God. I had it in my head.
Well, it'll come. It'll come. So was
Michael, okay.
was Manila first, and then
Yeah,
Luzon?
All the way from Manila to Baguio.
Baguio.
Baguio, that was a resort place. And then after that,
How much of this hand-to-hand combat?
no hand-to-hand.
You didn't have any of that?
I never had that. I don't know if I'd be here if I had hand-to-hand combat, but we never had that.
Did you ever shoot somebody?
Well, I was a machine gunner.
But I mean, did you see the people
I was a machine gunner, you know, and I had to see somebody.
to shoot anything and everything?
Not everything and everything, just the chaps.
How did you feel about that?
I felt good. Yeah,
You know-
listen,
That may sound funny, but that probably is why you survived
maybe,
mentally.
maybe.
Man can't go through this and handle it mentally without feeling good about it.
One time, we went on a reconnaissance patrol. There was maybe 15, 20 of us. A few of them went up this way, and I see the pillbox, and I went up to the pillbox, and they shot, and I thought it came from the pillbox. And then I go down that hill. I lost my rifle, my helmet. I said, son of a bitch.
You saying a bad word again?
I say what?
You saying a bad
Oh,
word?
man, I'm telling you.
Boy, this guy's
I got
got a mouthful of bad words.
I got up and I said, the hell with this now. Scared the hell out of me. Yeah, it was, hey, listen, this sounds stupid, but I enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. Because I hated them bastards, and I still hate them. Anytime
You buy American cars?
every time I see a Toyota truck or car or somebody driving it, and if I had a tank, I'd run a summit over. Because they should have known what happened about Pearl Harbor, you know. They should have known what they did to the.
Well, I think you need to keep in mind, most of the people you faced were not responsible for this.
Oh, I understand that.
There were a very few warmongers
Yeah.
that got this going, and
Don't misunderstand me.
I understand you.
I'll say hello to everybody, yeah. But I hate them, you know, I can't stand them for what they did to Pearl Harbor.
I mean, we dropped the first bomb, which should have been enough
That's right,
to make them give up.
that's right.
But they wouldn't.
The people would have given up,
Oh, yeah.
but not
That's-
the armed service.
That's stupid,
And it made us bomb them twice.
yes.
And we were on the way the third time to go back and bomb the,
Another one, that's right. I was in Kyoto, Osaka. And this happened in Hiroshima. What was that town they dropped?
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki.
Huh?
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, what else?
Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Anyway, well, I never did get a chance to see it because I couldn't do it.
When you went to Japan, what was it like
To be in Japan,
to be in Japan after the war?
I'm gonna tell you, I couldn't understand how smart they are. They were people there, they were graduated from university in the States.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were, and smart. But I couldn't understand how come they be so stupid. You understand? But smart, but stupid. But anyway,
you know,
Anyway.
if you go back before the war and start to look at what caused the war to start,
Yeah. Well,
they were running out of supplies, they were running out of raw
how could they
materials.
run out of supplies when we were giving them everything?
No, we were taking it away from them.
We were?
Yes, we were. And they were getting squeezed. And they needed more land that had resources they could, and so they went and took them. So there was a lot of land that the Japanese took before the war started officially.
You got me thinking now, we were
Like China.
in a factory, you know, and everything I seen there was everything USA, everything. Ball bearings, machinery, all from the United States, you know. Okay, it's okay. It pissed me off to see all that stuff from the United States, and they do this to us, you know. We Americans are pussyfoots. You know why? Because we give everything. We help everybody. They don't give a shit about us. You understand? They don't care. And when I was there, oh God. They want to, you know, I think I said enough.
No, you
No, say what you gotta say, Dad.
Yeah.
You gotta say what you gotta say.
Now, essentially, the war is over,
Yeah.
and you're amongst the common folks in Japan. You're not among the army.
No.
What were the common folks?
In Japan,
Yeah,
they were
like,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah. I went into the houses. I was, you know, but I respect their traditions. I took my shoes off.
yeah.
You know how we do that. And they were good people. You know, real good. They treat us good while we're there. You know. But I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand how come they could. Okay, now, in combat, if they would do like we did, we could traverse, you know, they never did that. So you shot straight. If it wasn't, because they're so, I don't know what the hell they're thinking about, you know. Don't you do this, don't you do that like we do, you know, and that's a good thing they did do that way.
Yeah.
You understand? Because all they thought about was dying. That's all they thought about. And we helped them die too. Yeah. I said too much.
It's,
No, that's
it's
enough.
hard to imagine fighting somebody who thinks he should die.
Oh yeah.
That's not fair to
I
fight
know,
someone
I know,
like
but
that.
it was
They
easy.
do things you wouldn't do, and
Yeah.
you don't want to fight. That's an unfair
Yeah,
advantage.
you know, we always said that. How can you shoot somebody that never did nothing to you?
Yeah. Because they were told, do it.
That's right.
And after they did it and they got shot, they didn't care.
Oh,
Yeah.
If 50 people, 50 Japanese were killed, move them aside and put 50 or 100 more in there.
you know, like
Yeah,
They
they-
didn't care.
Just take it like nothing.
Right.
well, that's what I'm saying. When we surrendered, they called us cowards because we gave up. You know, but when if they gave up, they were against their family tradition. You know,
Absolutely.
so they'd rather die.
Right.
Okay.
Just like what's going on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on now? All those kids, all those little kids.
They don't care.
You know,
They're
don't-
sending a message. And if we let them, they'll keep doing it.
Well, sure. I said just do like Truman did. The atomic bomb, give them,
Well, he's
and get them off the map.
he's still taking hash for that.
Oh, I know it, but he did a good thing. That's the way that war ended.
It's hard to imagine when you, in a simple form,
Yeah.
want to end all the bloodshed and just stop it.
You know, pardon me, when we were in Japan, we had the Japanese do our manual labor. And one of the guys had a, what do you call that?
Machete. Machete?
Not a machete, a cleaver, huh? And he went to this Japanese guy, and you know what he did, that Japanese? He laid down, not laid down, but on his knees, and put his head out. He would rather get killed than be with us. Okay? But he didn't do it. I told him, I says, God damn it. I says, during,
His mouth washed out with soap.
I says, during,
Is he
I told-
always like this? Oh.
I told this guy during the combat, you didn't do that. Why do you
Why
want
would
to
you
do
do it
that?
now?
Yeah. So anyway,
When we took over one of the big islands, the Japanese that were on the island told all the women and children what we were going to do to them. And what they were saying is what they would do
that's right.
if they took over the island.
Yeah.
And they convinced them, and the women got up on the high,
And
took the kids and jumped
committed suicide. Yes, sir.
because of what
What they said.
the army told them would happen.
Yeah, all the women and kids
I
jumped
mean,
out.
if you
to-
stop and think of all of the unnecessary loss of
Yeah.
life that went
Really
on.
stupid.
I don't know how many.
To me, it supersedes the issue
Exactly.
Well,
for going to war. It was just,
it's what our government tells
and
us.
it's happened that way ever since. Korea, when they brought the Chinese in, we did an interview just a week ago. The guy said they were rushing on the Chosin Reservoir. They were rushing what seemed like millions of Chinese.
Yeah,
And when we got the dead ones, their feet were all frozen. They didn't care. Just
Oh.
kill them, bring in a bunch more,
Exactly.
kill them, bring in a bunch more.
I remember one time during a rest area, okay, with color a rest area. We went from combat. We went to sit down and had the dinner, you know. But anyway, all of a sudden, the guy hollered, one of the soldiers, and here comes the cook. He had a hand grenade, and they threw it among us. But it was a good thing that guy had seen him do this, you know, but we all scattered and nothing happened, nobody got hurt. But they did put that put that man in Section 8. You know, that was a crazy house, they call it Section 8. That was, run, crazy. I don't believe this.
And-
Sometimes they go out of their mind.
No.
Yeah. But you know, I'll tell you something. I sound like I'm a hero, but I'm not. I'm just as scared as the next guy.
The heroes died.
But
The heroes all died.
yeah, I understand
It's the
that.
rest of us that came home.
Yeah, you're right.
I've heard that so many times.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
no hero. They're
Yeah.
still there underground.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Well, it's not really funny.
But anyway, I'm not trying to tell you that I was gung-ho, you know, that was the only one doing all this. You know, but that's how I felt about them.
Yeah,
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know it's not right for me to say this, but I can't stand them now. Like I told you about them cars. Boy, it hurts me to see all these American people driving a Japanese car. You know,
Well,
I'm not referring, I hope not to reflect anything on anybody,
Well, Louis drove
but
them.
it's tough. And You know, we beat them, but they're beating our ass here, you
Yeah.
know, you understand that?
Well,
I can't believe, I can't stand that stuff. You know, they said they get at least 35% of their automobiles sold in America.
but they gotta bring their factories over here to employ our people
That's
to do
true
it.
too, that's true too. But how many, what did they got? They got the one in Gibraltar,
Yeah,
they got some in the west side, I don't know how many they got, but they can't have too many. So I don't know. You ever been to one of them shops where the Japanese own?
no, I haven't.
The Americans look like they're soldiers in there. They had to do what they want them to do. You know, I worked over there because I used to be in the construction. You know, and I used to go into the factory, and the Japanese made them toe the line.
Yeah,
You understand? How could that happen, man?
yeah.
But anyway, that's
Did you make a lot of friends that you,
where at
when you were in the,
when I was work.
in the service.
Luzon?
Oh yeah, I had.
Were you able to bring any friendships home where you saw these people afterwards?
I seen one had that. This guy right here. Two I seen. This guy had that, but I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him for years now. But I have a lot of friends. I know I sound like a bitch, but I'm not.
You don't,
But I'm not.
I didn't hear
Is he that bad at
No,
all?
he's a great guy.
When he gets mad,
When he gets mad?
You had a reunion.
You look like someone that can handle him.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Well, good.
She can handle me. Oh
You
yeah.
had two
You know,
reunions.
dynamite comes in small packages.
You know, you had two reunions.
Huh?
You had two reunions with your platoon.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reunions, you didn't do many of those, eh?
I only did 3 of them.
How were they?
They were good. There was one in state of Michigan, way up Marquette. Marquette. Yeah.
One in-
This guy was a farmer.
Oh,
We had a reunion there.
yeah, they had to.
Then we had one in Detroit.
in Indiana.
Then there's another place I had, but I forgot what the hell.
Indiana, I think.
Huh?
Indiana.
Indiana, someplace.
Add Dad.
Who?
Add Dad, what's his name?
Well, that was us. But anyway, I got a lot of friends.
Explain that picture right there to them,
Huh?
Dad. Explain that picture.
Yeah, I don't remember most of them guys.
No, but you said you were going to pick pineapples. You're ready.
I know that's why we do it. We had to go in Hawaiian Islands to pick up pineapples because there's nobody to harvest that, you know. So we went and I ate more pineapples, and I still love them. You never ate pineapples have you, from the garden?
No.
God, they're so sweet. But you don't get them here like that because they ship them, you know.
Are they as sweet as she is?
Oh, God, no. If I said yes, you know, she'd do to me. But anyway. Yeah.
Now, is this when you were invading Luzon?
This was Luzon, New Guinea.
Pineapple detail.
I remember.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I just had that. I don't remember. It's too far, man. I don't remember.
You remember that one guy over here with the name?
Yeah, I had that.
No,
No, with yours.
This guy right here.
this one here.
Oh, that's me.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
See,
was that-
if
what was that?
if that thing wasn't written there, I wouldn't even know that.
Well, you had an arrow marked here.
Yeah, but I don't know if I did that.
Where did you get
I
that
don't-
crazy hat?
I don't remember doing that.
It's not
That
your
probably
writing.
was to protect him
I
from the
don't even
sun.
remember
Yeah.
taking this picture. How'd you get it?
You got it from you.
I don't remember.
Well, you brought
But you
it
see
over.
all the pineapples? Huh? You see all the pineapples?
When you got drafted, you weren't married yet.
I
Pardon?
didn't know him.
No, we weren't. I didn't even know her
You actually didn't meet her until after you came back.
after I came back.
How did that happen?
I'm gonna tell you how it happened.
Good. What are you looking at her for? She
Well-
doesn't know.
She already knows what happened.
Oh, she
I
wasn't
got-
even here yet.
I came home and my aunt, my cousin, Annie,
We worked together.
and my
And I
mother,
used to work with his mother
and
during the war.
she worked at the,
In a army factory,
What did they make?
planes.
Oh,
okay, now, I didn't know this, because my mother, when I wrote letters, she never said anything about it.
this is Rosie the Riveter then, huh?
Now, she is.
No.
That's,
No,
yeah, but anyway,
you look like her.
anyway,
Esther the electrician.
my cousin Ann says to me, would you like to meet a nice girl? I said, no, I don't want nice girls. I always say no.
Doesn't like nice girls. Says bad words.
He said he was away for 3 years, he wanted a bad girl.
So anyway, she said, well, take us there. I said, okay, I'll do that. Then I gotta go someplace. So, and we got to her house. They said, okay, come on in, go say hello, and then you can go. I seen her walking down the winding stairway,
Just like in the movies.
just like in a movie. And I says, God damn, man, that's mine.
That's a bad girl.
That's mine. 3 months
I
later,
bet that's exactly what he said. That's
What'd he
a
say?
bad girl.
Keep-
That's for me.
you know this guy, whatever he thinks he says. Anyway, 3 months we were married.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Boy, he took over for the last time.
That's right. That's right. I was in charge then, but then I
How did
lost
you-
it.
Give me your view of that same story.
Well, that's how he said it.
Coming down the
Anyway,
staircase,
Yeah.
was it hit you then? Did it hit you right away?
Wait a while.
Yeah.
I went back to the house, First, I said to her, we went to Monroe, Michigan to see my cousins. On the way back, I said, I have a blind date. If it don't work, I'll come and see you. I'll call you. So, blind date didn't work. So I called the house and her mother says, she's babysitting. So every 15 minutes I would go and I called that. I said, no, sir. I knocked on the door and I walked into the house and I
You
said, where's
remember
Esther?
this? You do?
Where's Esther?
Oh,
Were,
yeah.
were you hiding from him?
No, listen to me. She says he's babysitting. I said, where? She said, at her sister's house. I said, give me the telephone number. So that morning I called the house and I said, I'm coming right down to pick you up. We went to, where did we go?
The varsity
The
bowling.
varsity. The
Bowling
last of the,
What's that?
Bowling
That's
A
alley.
bowling
Oh.
alley.
the last of the spender meat, the big spender. We had the soda. And on the radio was playing
Apple Blossom.
Apple Blossom Time. And I said to her, would you like to change your name to mine? She said, yes, yes.
I never said that. He
I'll
does
bet
that
you
all the
did.
time.
I'll bet you did.
And I said, God, I just met you 2 days ago.
Now, when is this? 1948?
What, 46?
46?
Yeah,
Are you still working in the
no,
war plants, they used to call them? War plants?
yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. War plants.
yeah.
Anyway, we got married, they got her, God bless her, God bless her.
How long did he chase after you?
Not
Shit,
long.
No?
I had no car, I was out of my bicycle.
Yeah, he lived in,
I even took her on a handlebar so we could go together.
he lived, where, you lived on Davison,
I lived on McKay in Davidson.
on McKay, on the east side.
I was on the east side, she was on the west side. She lived up near, Oakwood Boulevard. Finkel.
Yeah, near Hostess Bakery
Hostess Bakery. I
on
was on the west
Oakland
side.
Boulevard.
Oakland Bowl.
I used to go with
Now,
my
you said
bicycle.
It didn't take long. Was it because he was overpowering or you were too weak?
No. She
I don't
was,
know.
she said no at the time, you
Is
know.
that right?
But I tell everybody, yes.
Yeah, he told everybody yes, and it wasn't like that.
No.
I just said we only knew each other for 2 days, 3 days.
Well, why do you need to know him any more than that?
Well, I know.
Then one night I spent the night over the house playing cards. And I went home that morning and my mother was pissed off. She says, you gotta get married right now. I said, Ma, we never did that. God, well, she was pissed off at me because I would stay overnight.
Oh,
Yeah, and she thought that I,
you know that?
yeah, my mother,
Oh, yeah. But I also know nothing happened because he was up all night playing cards with my
I
grandma.
was playing cards all night.
Smart.
Yeah.
You
They
woo,
like to play,
you
my
woo the
family liked
parents.
to play
If
cards.
you like the woman, you woo the parents.
Say what?
If you like the woman, you woo the parent.
Oh, yeah.
If you get them,
That's
you're
right.
in.
No, I stayed for that. Anyway, that's the way it happened. And then we got married, and that was it.
Now, you came back in 46,
45.
45.
December,
You lied to me on this
Oh,
application.
I may have given the wrong date. It is
Don't
45.
bail him out. I had him, don't let me lose him.
without her, we would be dead. God bless her.
Okay.
God bless him.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And
God
Ronnie
bless
too.
I am too.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
don't forget.
yeah. He takes us to the doctors, and she makes sure that we take all the medication.
Oh, we
Are
got
these
nice-
the
nice
only two you
children.
had?
We have good
No,
children.
they have two, we
Thank
have two
God.
older brothers.
Two older
Oh, we have
brothers.
two older brothers?
65 years old.
Ooh,
60,
wow.
65 and 64. Or
65 and
maybe.
66.
So you come home,
Yeah.
what's the first thing you do?
Well, I relaxed. I stayed home for a while,
What's a while?
couple of weeks,
Oh,
and I was getting drunk.
did you get something called 5220? Do you remember that?
$52.20, $300.
Well, that would be muster out.
Bus route pay?
But after that, did they send you any money?
No,
No,
no.
See, there was a program called 5220. You'd get $20 a week for 52 weeks to help you make that conversion.
No.
I never knew this. I thought I knew everything. I'd come in here and I'd find one of these pets
So some
throws
got
that
it.
number at me. What the heck is that?
I didn't get that.
That was the
I got-
state of Michigan, I think.
Oh,
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think that was from the state of
Oh, I
Michigan.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
What?
what was it? What, $500?
What'd you say?
the state of Michigan, but you never got that,
never
52.
got that.
no.
Well, you need
I got
that.
the 300.
I don't know.
Mustard
that
out.
made, you know, when you think about it, that made sense
Yeah, sure.
for these guys after
Serving
a
their
lot
country,
of them
right?
end up in the cuckoo house.
Yeah.
This is a way of converting to civilian life and give them a chance to find a job and
So
Yeah.
anyway, after I relaxed, I went back to work.
how did you go back to work?
I went
The
right
same
back.
place?
Yeah, just
Oh.
went. And how?
No.
Well,
Oh.
I went with the bus. We had a bus. Streetcar first. Streetcar took me right to Fort Rouge. Then I went to work, but they put me on midnights. This is not the job I had when I left. And I told them I don't want this job because I want the job I had. So midnights was a tough. I couldn't.
Yeah, but you made more money.
I couldn't handle midnights, you know. So anyway, I finally got back to where I was working, but it took me a long time. And then from there, from Rouge, they transferred me to Highland Park, and I stayed there.
What were you making in Highland Park?
Well, we're making automobiles at the time.
Yeah, but what did you do?
At that, when I first went there, I took the motors and we put it in the chassis, and you know,
I'll be
I had they cut
This is where the motor
the motor.
married up with the body?
Pardon?
This is where the motor married up with the body?
Yeah, and the motor comes running the line, and I go take it out and put it, and I did that for, I don't know, maybe a couple of years. And then I got transferred into the stock department. That's where I started, you know, chasing stock. And then 1952, I told them I want to transfer out. I want to,
Go in business with your
what do you
dad.
call it?
You wanted to go in business with your dad.
I wanted to,
Take a leave,
a what?
a leave of,
I leave. I want to leave of absence, you know, and they wouldn't give it to me. I said, okay, then I'm going to quit, and this place is going to be shut down.
Almost.
Ford's
huh?
gonna
Yeah.
close.
Did it work? Did it work? No.
They're doing better now than they ever did.
Good for them, we're happy.
So what did you do then?
So I went with my dad working in the construction. The first month, everything went on strike. All the concrete, cement, everything went on strike.
Why?
Don't work.
Just,
The debt don't work.
And I didn't work no more. I said, son of a bastard. Boy, I sure screwed this thing up, didn't I? But anyway, finally it got back. And my father had about 400 or 500 houses that he puts the basements in, you know, then the sidewalk and the driveways, and that's what we did. Then after that, then after I got into 514, local 514 as a union, and I helped put the Renaissance in, I helped put all the high rises in, you know, all the concrete,
Cement?
all the concrete floors. And Woodhaven,
oh
we
yeah.
poured 60,000 square feet, 60,000 a day. But it was just poured, you know, and then boom floated, then that's it, because then another company would come and put the topping on. And that was a good trade. I did that for 30 years, and I retired when I was 62 years old. And they didn't think I was gonna live this long, you know, the pension people.
But he works cement he still works cement till 75.
They didn't think I was gonna live this long, and I'm drawing that pension, man. I gotta laugh. You know, they think I was gonna die the minute I retired. They hope I would do that.
You showed them?
I showed them, man, and I'm still gonna show them. That's enough.
And the guy at Ford that let you go probably paid for that too.
Well, I don't know. If he'd have let me go, I'd have went back to Ford to stay there. But then I did better this way. I did better by doing what I did because I did a lot of side jobs, all cash money, you know. I did a lot of driveways and I did a lot of porches.
You're not telling me that you didn't,
Yes, I did.
okay,
Yes, I did.
okay.
Because
You're not-
they
but
give
it-
me,
but
they
it-
give me, hold it, they give me the
W9,
90?
W9, yes.
oh yeah, hey,
Private joke.
yeah,
A lot of editing's going on.
I was straight labeled,
I
man.
thought I had him.
I
He's
was-
quick.
He is.
He's quick.
He is.
Yeah,
He's good.
yeah.
But anyway, so, are we all done?
Not unless you're done.
No, you have more?
You don't want to say no more?
No, I'm done. I'm finished. I don't want to say no more. I said too much in the first place. There's things I could have told you,
And the
but I'm not
reason,
gonna say
and
nothing.
the reason you didn't tell me?
Why? Because it's not,
See, this is the reason I meet with him beforehand.
Privately, yeah.
He doesn't feel this reluctant usually, and I hear all of this.
No.
yeah.
So I get to ask him what I want to hear,
Right.
and I don't ask him what I don't need to
Right.
hear.
Right.
That's
So I
right.
kind of soften the stuff when it comes in
Yeah.
here.
And I thank you for that.
You're
Do you-
quite, my pleasure.
Do you have anything that you
I
want to
can
add? or
identify with
That's
you.
right.
Prompt him
Okay.
to,
Well, I think just that, he's been so proud of his country and proud
say?
of,
Would
yeah,
you-
you've always been very proud and patriotic to our country your whole life.
And,
And he instilled that in all of us. We're all the same in that regard, and very proud of, my dad and my brothers who served in Vietnam and all the people that have protected our country for all of our years.